Hello everyone, I'm Geek Freak and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be reacting to your favorite Canadian YouTuber A's video, Show Off Showdown, Freddy Fazbear versus Chucky and Fleegle from the Banana Splits and Chucky from Child's Play. So if you guys haven't seen that video, go into the description box below, there's a link to that video. So you just do that, come on, watch this. So let's continue. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to say something. I do know Chucky and I do know Fleegle from the Banana Splits. They used to be on like Cartoon Network for a short period of time, and even my mum used to watch them when she was younger. I also know a little bit more about Fleegle because I know about the horror version of the Banana Splits, and I'm gonna say something. The horror Banana Splits is so awful that it's good. I mean, here's the thing, it's a good horror film, but at the same time, okay, I just want to say something about that movie, the Banana Splits horror film. It's actually, you know, one of a kind. It's I mean, here's the thing, whenever you ever seen an official movie where they've taken like a child-friendly mascot and turned it into a an horror feature, and I'm not talking about like like Chucky, which is already, well, I mean, it's okay. I'll say this: the Banana Splits was like a real life cartoon, a real life show, in real life, and I'm talking about like our real life, my real life, your real life. You guys know what I'm trying to say. And kids used to watch it on TV all the time. Now, they've taken those characters, the Banana Splits, and turned it into a horror film. I mean, when has that ever happened before? I mean, it's like it's like taking a Quick Draw McGraw, the horse, taking him and turning it into a mass shooter. I mean it's hilarious. Or what else? Well, I mean that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, I mean it's. I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, God damn, this is bad, but at the same time, it's good. It's you have to think about it for a second, because the Banana Splits horror film is a one of a kind movie. I mean, just think about it. Fine, you guys try and find a real life show that was made for kids, and that movie and that series being taken and made into a horror film. Try and think of one. I bet you can't, because that's the one thing I noticed when I first saw the movie. that was great. I mean, it was bad, but I enjoyed it anyways. Now, okay, back to the video. Freddy Fazbear versus Chucky and Fleegle. Let's see. Fleegle in the horror film was a robot, and Chucky is a spirit possessing a doll, and it could like do all voodoo and all stuff. And Fleegle is well, I mean, it is a thing. You know, like Five Nights at Freddy's. Well, apparently, I can't remember which studio it was, but the studio wanted to make a movie out of Five Nights at Freddy's, but I don't know what happened, but I think the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's like backed out, so the studio decided to take the banana splits and make them out of a horror movie. Yeah, and I think that's what happened. So this is gonna be fun, because I mean, I know Chucky and I know Fleegle, So this is gonna be awesome. But the thing is, I don't know that much about Five Nights at Freddy's. I've never really actually like gone into like the Five Nights at Freddy's thing. But I know Fleegle, I know Chucky, so I'm looking forward to this one. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be so much fun. Okay, so whether I send, oh yeah, I'm gonna go with Chucky and Fleegle. So with that said and done, let's get to watching. Okay, so this is Freddy Fazbear versus Chucky and Fleegle. Show off, showdown, and 3, 2, 1, and go!
Welcome to Show Off Showdown! In this series, the fighters are called Show-Offs, and this is the series for the Show Off Showdown! Now let's meet the Show-Offs for tonight's showdown, shall we? Tonight is the 3rd annual Show Off Showdown Halloween Special! And to celebrate this special occasion, our beloved co-host from the Season 1 finale, Corin O'Keefe, has returned back from the dead!
Who better to feature in tonight's Halloween special than the king of indie horror games, Freddy Fazbear himself? This will also be Show Off Showdown's very first double feature episode, as Freddy has not one, but 2 terrifying opponents to face. Freddy Fazbear versus Chucky, and Freddy versus Fleegle from the Banana Split movie. While Canadian covers the post-analysis for Freddy vs. Fleegle, I'll be covering the post-analysis for Freddy vs. Chucky. So get ready for a spooktacular battle unlike any other.
I put links to the analysis on both characters in the description below. Now without further ado, it's time for the Show Off 2 Showdown!
Round 1.
Yeah, Chucky's gotten taller. Voodoo fighting, faster than Sir Grease Lightning.
Fucking infamous. I'm one of the most notorious slashers in history, and I don't want to give that up. I am Chucky,
And he's a girl.
killer dog, and I dig it.
Round 2.
So, this is the mutt who ripped me off, huh?
That is the guy who ripped off Chuck E. Cheese! Besides, you know my show existed like 46 years before you did, right?
Yeah, for like 2 years before it was cancelled.
Oh ho ho! You better watch your top hat, Smokey, because now it's bear season!
Bring it on, Fleabag. Fight!
Well, it looks like Chucky took victory over Freddy Fazbear in this Halloween special. I guess I better explain why that is. Starting off, let's take a look at their strength and overall attack power. At first glance, it may seem like Freddy takes the advantage in this category, as he can easily crush a human skull with his bite. However, once you take a deeper look into the situation, you'll actually see Chucky is not that far off from the attack power of Freddy Fazbear. For example, even while decapitated, with multiple limbs blown off, and his skin melted and burnt, Chucky was still strong enough to bust through a metal gate and literally strangle an adult man with one arm.
Ouch! Ooh, right in the
Heck,
crotch.
with his knife, Chucky was able to stab through metal. Freddy being able to crush a human skull with his bite like that is impressive, and it should put him around street level plus, possibly even reaching the wall level ranges of attack power. However, the feats I mentioned for Chucky roughly put him in that same ballpark of attack power as well. Freddy may still hold the slight edge in the attack power department, but it's not by a huge margin, and Chucky will still
funny.
be able to hold his own
Oh yeah,
in that
Freddy
department.
kids.
Looking over at speed, how fast is Freddy? Well, Freddy moved too fast for a normal human to properly react, meaning he essentially moved faster than the normal eye can track, which should put him around the subsonic speed ranges. However, Chucky actually has Freddy beat in this category, as Chucky has been seen avoiding and dodging gunfire, which would give Chucky supersonic reaction time and short burst combat speed of at least Mach 2, which does put Chucky above the subsonic speed of Freddy Fazbear. As for durability, Freddy should roughly scale to Springtrap, who was able to survive the burning of Fazbear's fright. And this is really impressive, as when calculated, it could be anywhere from street level plus up to the wall level ranges of durability. However, Chucky has actually survived something similar before, as shown when Chucky himself was literally set on fire. Heck, Chucky was unharmed after getting slammed by a truck door repeatedly. Chucky getting stabbed in the chest caused him to be more pissed off than hurt. So it's pretty clear their durability is not that far apart from one another, similar to their attack power. So we went over physical stats, attack power, durability, and speed. As I pointed out, they aren't that far apart when it comes to attack power and durability, while Chucky holds the speed advantage. However, there's more to this fight than just attack power, durability, and speed. You see, Chucky is actually known for using voodoo. He's actually used this to transfer someone else's soul into a doll's body. Chucky has a spell that can split his soul into multiple bodies at once. And these other bodies created with this specific spell can split into more bodies. Chucky can even transfer his own soul into somebody else's body, even if the body already has another soul or spirit inside of it. An example of this is when Chucky transfers his own soul into the body of a paraplegic. When he does this, the paraplegic somehow has the ability to walk again. With all of that being said, Chucky could use this to his advantage against Freddy. Chucky could literally transfer his own soul into the body of Freddy, leaving that child's spirit without a body, meaning he would no longer be able to fight thanks to no longer having a physical body, giving Chucky the victory by technicality. But there are obviously other ways for Chucky to take victory over Freddy. Thanks to having the speed advantage, Chucky will be able to land more hits on Freddy than Freddy will be able to land on Chucky. Meaning Freddy's body has more of a chance of getting busted up and broken down than Chucky's does.
Good.
As Chucky will be able to land more street up to wall level strikes on Freddy than Freddy will be able to land on him. There's also the possibility that Freddy won't even start off trying to hurt Chucky, as Freddy refuses to harm anything that visibly seems like a human child. So, at first glance, Chucky may seem to be a child to Freddy. Thanks to his small, dull body and appearing to look like a child at first glance, Chucky could also use this weakness of Freddy's to his advantage, as Chucky is known for his cleverness and manipulation tactics. Heck, the dude manipulates fully grown adults into believing he's some good guy doll until he murders them. He's been able to manipulate police officers and even military personnel. So it should actually be very easy for Chucky to manipulate and confuse the child's spirit, making it to where Freddy doesn't even attempt to harm Chucky until it's too late. And you might be able to argue the child's spirit could detect what's really inside of the doll's body. However, the child's spirit hasn't exactly shown the ability to do this. So, while you could try and argue, since it's a spirit, maybe it can detect different spirits and detect whether or not Chucky actually has a child's spirit inside of him or not, the fact remains that the child's spirit really hasn't ever demonstrated the ability to do this. And it's also based off visuals and outside appearances. So if Chucky visually appears to be a child and he uses this weakness of Freddy's to his advantage, he could manipulate the child's spirit to the point where Chucky can get up close without even being harmed. And Chucky can literally start stabbing into Freddy's body with his at least Mach 2 short burst combat speed, which is a speed Freddy won't be able to react to. And from there, Chucky can completely break down and bust up the body of Freddy. And sure, the child's spirit may still be lingering around, but it will no longer have a physical body to fight with. And it won't be able to just repossess Freddy's body, as it would actually have to overpower the soul of Chucky or have some type of soul manipulation hacks up its sleeve. And it's highly unlikely the child's spirit will be able to overpower the spirit of Chucky, thanks to all the experience Chucky has using voodoo and manipulating souls. Not to mention the fact Chucky has been able to overcome grown adult souls before and manipulate them, let alone children.
I've always said I've always loved this idea.
And the child's spirit itself has never demonstrated
Cosmic
any type
armor.
of soul manipulation.
It's all awesome.
At least when it
I'd love
comes to
see more of this.
manipulating the souls of others. So, at the end of the day, Chucky is faster. He has the necessary attack power to break through Freddy's durability. He's smart enough to trick and manipulate the child's spirit and use his own weakness against him. And the child's spirit itself has no resistance to soul manipulation or any type of soul manipulation hacks of his own, allowing Chucky to use his voodoo and soul manipulation very effectively on Freddy and the child's spirit. With all that being said, I think it's safe to give Chucky the victory more often than not. Looks like Fazbear can't even last 5 nights at Freddy's.
Yep.
This fight was nothing more than child's play for Chucky. Happy Halloween, folks.
Wait a second,
The winner
isn't that
is
bear,
Chucky
like, metal or
from
something?
Child's Play.
Okay, now that our co-host Corin has explained why Chucky beats Freddy, now let's discuss why Freddy beats Fleegle. Normally I would start off with who's more skilled and experienced, but experience isn't really an important category in this case. But as it is customary with Show Off Showdown, I'll go over it anyway. Now some people are probably thinking that Fleegle is much more experienced as he's been around since the 60s, but keep in mind, we're not using the canon character Fleegle from the original show, we're specifically using the animatronic Fleegle from the Banana Splits movie, in which case Fleegle is mainly just an animatronic puppet, while Freddy actually has a living human soul inside him, which I'll discuss later. Either way, Freddy should take this one by default. Now in terms of strength, Freddy and Fleegle are pretty even in this category, as they are both strong enough to physically overpower full-grown adults, as well as break bones. For instance, Freddy's jaws are strong enough to crush a human skull, which requires about 2,300 newtons of force. Now we could argue that Fleegle has the upper hand as he's strong enough to tear a man's limbs off, which likely requires even more strength. Although this is technically a shared feat, as it took 2 animatronics to tear him limb from limb, and it took quite a bit of effort for both of them to do so. So overall, Freddy and Fleegle are generally close in this category. Now in terms of durability, this is a relatively even case as well.
Being made of metal makes them generally durable, although Freddy does hold a bit of an advantage, as the FNAF animatronics, such as the twisted ones, can survive gunshots from Clayburgh's pistol. Not only that, but there are a couple other contributing factors related to their survivability. For starters, while the Banana Splits animatronics are generally hard to take down, they do have several weak spots in their robotic structures. For example, when Drooper was strangling this woman, who reminds me of Jill Valentine for Resident Evil, she impaled him through the mouth, which punctured the tank that contains hydraulic fluid, resulting in Drooper's instant death. Also, when Fleegle was stabbed in the head above the eye, it likely pierced and fried the main circuit, resulting in an instant shutdown. And when Snorky fought against Bingo to save his biggest fan, it was shown that the animatronics can be partially immobilized if the wires are ripped out of their joints in the arms. And apparently they also have robotic hearts for some reason, which can be ripped out. So clearly, Fleegle has quite a few exposable weak spots, and if a mere human can figure it out, then I'm pretty sure Freddy can as well. Now, another factor to note that plays an important part here is one of the biggest differences between the FNAF and BS animatronics. BS is short for Banana Splits. Anyway, the BS animatronics are basically powered by either computer programs or artificial intelligence gone haywire, while the FNAF animatronics are possessed by living human souls. It's kind of like the difference between the classic and reboot Chucky. Anyway, this means that not only can Freddy think much more creatively than Fleegle, but it also allows him to survive things that Fleegle can't. If Fleegle gets torn apart or badly damaged in any of his weak areas, he's pretty much done for. While if Freddy gets badly damaged or torn apart, he'll still be fine for the most part. In fact, in FNAF 2, where Freddy and the others were scrapped for parts, supposedly shut down and left to rot in a storage room, they were still able to move and roam actively, because even after being torn apart and deactivated, they could still survive as long as their robotic bodies are powered by the living souls possessing them. I mean, I guess they could be stopped if their entire bodies are completely destroyed to the point where there's nothing left to move, but it's highly unlikely that Fleegle would be able to do that to Freddy before Freddy tears him apart first. Not to mention, Freddy holds a significant speed edge, as the Banana Splits animatronics haven't really shown a lot of impressive speed feats. In fact, they can barely keep up with ordinary humans. While FNAF animatronics such as Foxy have been estimated to run at 13.7 meters per second, and at times have even been shown to move faster than the human eye can detect. So Freddy would basically speed blitz Fleegle if he wanted to. I think I've said enough. So overall, while Freddy and Fleegle are pretty physically even for the most part, but with the general experience, soul factor, and significant speed edge Freddy holds are just too much for Fleegle to handle. Not to mention, I think we all know what happens when you put a dog against a bear, right? So in the end, with one loss and one win for Freddy, I guess you could say Freddy had a split victory. The winner of the first battle is Chucky, and the winner of the second battle is Freddy Fazbear.
Got any ideas for Show Off Showdown? Then let me know in the comments below, and hopefully I just might do them. Now stay tuned for the next episode of Show Off Showdown!
Freddy Fazbear. This was great, I loved it. Ugh, that was fantastic. Okay. Alright. I just can't get out of how funny this was. I mean, you've got like a robot and a demonic, well, okay, not demonic, but a human soul inside of a doll, facing off a mechanical machine thing that has a soul in it. I mean, that's just perfect. That's a really good, perfect mix. I mean, it's like, you know, it's like the two things, like a robot and a killer with a soul doll thingy, versus the very thing if it was to fuse. I mean, that's just a, you know, a genius idea. Fantastic. So the robot can't kill Freddy, but the human one can. I mean, bravo. Yeah, that's great. That's great. I've always said that somebody should make like a video of this, like you know, like horror icons and demons and all that stuff. They should have like a fight to fight to the death. I mean, here's the thing. I do have an idea. What if, now hear me out on this, what if we pinned an Eastern Western vampire. Oh, okay, no, a Western vampire, like Dracula or something like that, versus an Eastern vampire. Like, okay, there's these Chinese vampire thingies that's got their arms out like this, and they jump up and down, up and down to to go after their prey. So I mean, how awesome would that be? A Western vampire versus an Eastern vampire. I mean, that'd be awesome. The only thing is, I don't know that much about the Chinese Eastern vampire. But here's the thing: if somebody could actually do that, have the Western vampire versus the Eastern vampire, make that happen. I would love to see that. I can't remember what it's originally called, but yeah, it's kind of difficult for me to remember. But yeah, it's. I mean, that'd be awesome to see. Critters versus Gremlins. Okay, do Critters versus Gremlins. The Guyver versus Iron Man. Yeah, that's basically what I've got left. But yeah, good episode of Showdown, and I can't wait to see more. So, if there's anything you guys want me to react to, just leave it in the comment section below, and I will get to the video as soon as I can. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Thank you guys for watching, and if there's a series you want me to check out and review and give my thoughts on it, or if there's a top 10 list you want me to do, or any reactions, or responses, or rants on anything geeky, just leave links and comments in the comment sections below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And if you guys want to follow me on my social medias, I'm on minds.com, Twitch, Dailymotion, and Hatron, Reddit, BitChute, aka the new YouTube, DeviantArt, Discord, VidMe, Gab, Twitter, Tumblr, Patreon, GoFundMe, PayPal, and my other social medias are down there in the description box below, so if you want to go and check them out, please do. And don't forget to subscribe and share this video. And please go and check out my new skeptic channel, Gypsy Freak. It's also down there in the description box below. Peace out.